russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros. EC3. These fans that we're catering to, once they've seen it all, do they begin to lose interest?
Yeah, I'd say I've done that with wrestling, Yeah. But maybe also being disheveled on the inside and kind of jaded has brought me to that. I think that number will remain. Maybe it's slightly lower. That will never, ever, ever, ever leave and be there no matter what. Good, bad, indifferent. They're always going to be there because this is what they love to hate the most or they love the most. So I think it's at 750 to 800,000 that will always be there. And you don't have to worry about them because they're coming no matter what.
Right,
and so
right.
Trying to make that outreach to more. But when I think about the window closing, like I think one of your questions would be, well, what do they need to do? And I think we've talked about it. What do they need to do to get dude, I don't know. I don't know anymore because that's not my forte. But if it takes a lot for me to see something and be kind of tuned out of it and then give it another shot. Like it takes a lot of shit, what show would it be? I don't The Last of Us. I just wasn't paying attention to the first couple episodes. I'm like, whatever. And people, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I'm like, And it took me 5 people telling me. Then they're like, Nick Offerman, your boy Ron Swanson's kissing dudes in the 3rd episode. I'm like, wait, really? All right, maybe So I started over and I'm like, phone away. Okay, shit, now I'm in. But it took a lot for me to give it another shot.
I'm the same way, bro. Same way.
Yeah, so what's it going to take for a diehard wrestling fan to convince a normal wrestling fan, dude, you got to see it now? Well, yeah, I hated the fact there's all these little kids doing around doing flips and there's these dumb inside jokes. I just didn't get it. Well, they're not doing that anymore. Well, yeah, they are. No, but like I said, people are bleeding everywhere. Always? Why? I'm what? I don't know. Has the window closed? Does it need a fucking reset? Does it need a drastic rebrand per se? I know I do. Everybody does at some point. So maybe it's time to evaluate that as a business. And
bro, you know what's funny? When bro, it's almost like, okay, bro, there's no magic bullet. There is, but bro, think about this, which is the complete opposite of what they're doing. The complete opposite. Bro, you want to draw people. You want to get a casual fan, bro. You want to get people coming that have tuned out. Like you said, they ain't coming back, bro. Wrestling hasn't been good in a decade, this, that, and the other thing. Bro, put Chris Rock and Will Smith in a ring.
Dude,
that's your reset. But here's the problem, bro. Here is the problem. You make people believe, and bro, the stage is already set. We had the slap. Now we had Rock. We had the stage is set. You make people really believe these two guys absolutely hate each other. But bro, here's the problem with wrestling. This is where EC3 would thrive. And I'm sorry, bro, whether it's Hunter, whether it's Vince, whether it's Tony Khan, this is where they totally drop the ball. Bro, you're gonna draw millions and millions and millions of people for that one event, and you're not gonna do enough to keep them once Will Smith and Chris Rock are gone. So it's a total waste of money, bro. You're going to pop them huge that one night. 10 billion people watched on pay-per-view, but they don't know how to do something to keep those people watching the next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with Logan or Jake or whichever, Paul or Bad Bunny. One person tweeted me, I don't look at Twitter, but tweeted me that I said bringing in Bad Bunny was a bad idea and I don't know what I'm talking about. I never fucking said that. I thought that was a great idea.
I never heard you say that.
Yeah, I'm like, it was either this or I'm like, what? No, I told a story when I was in the barber shop and the barbers couldn't stop talking about Bad Bunny and it was a great idea, but the follow through probably didn't work. But regardless, I'm trying to think back to WrestleMania 15 where I'm a casual wrestling fan. I'm not tuning in Tyson, but my dad did.
Mm.
And what kept him watching with me short of a father-son bond? Pete Rose, that fucking popped him. Maybe seeing the babes a little bit, maybe the interesting, personas, but then he wouldn't be catching it every week. But hey, Dad, you want to go to BW3s and watch a pay-per-view? Yeah, sure. It sounds fun. Cool. So that kept a very casual fan. If you bring Chris Rock and Will Smith in, first off, Vince is the only one that can pull that off.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you capture a mainstream audience that'd be tuning in who a very large majority are going to watch this but be dismissive of wrestling? And I think it's having foresight on what the future is. And that's where you have a Jake Paul. And I think you have to you have to be fundamental in wrestling and good guy, bad guy, and simplicity in moves that are, effective and look painful and good and hit hard. You got to give them good action that's believable, not fucking horseshit. But then you have to get what is the niches and the trends of this world. And that's influencing TikTok bullshit, really? So it's finding other things to bring them back. And what that is, I don't know. I have this idea where I think wrestlers should start filming their promos. And I have TikTok videos with the fucking captions. And they go 45 seconds to a minute. And it's the quick cuts, because anytime I'm scrolling through the gram, I see these videos and the captions catch me and I'm not really listening. Then I click it and then now I'm listening. But anytime I see, someone sends me a wrestling promo, hey, can you watch this? Sure. It's a minute and a half and it's just and they're just meandering. And I'm I don't have interest. So maybe even my super brain has gone full ADHD, where that's the wave of the future, where promos are quick hits like TikToks and Reels giving you information.
Yeah, no, I'm like that all the time. Bro, I swear to God, a majority of my television viewing is YouTube, and that is determined by length of the video.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
There's no question about that, bro. Bro, let me ask you something, because you said something so interesting on Chris's show. Now, bro, you're not the average wrestler. You're intelligent. I'm sorry, bro. The average wrestler is not intelligent. The average wrestler is a mark for themselves. They're not intelligent. So, bro, you brought up the fact last week that really caught my attention when you talked about the feeling of bleeding, for a professional wrestler. Get into that again a little, because I want to follow up on that.
Yeah. I considering we were talking about, the overindulgence of blood in AEW, I kind of want to bring up